Hey guys, how's it going? It's Rob. Just sitting here thinking, and I was kind of reminiscing back. Always like to think back and think about where you've been, where you're going, where you are now. And I just want to take a couple minutes to talk to you about my journey, why I joined real estate, why I joined Exit. I just think it's a really interesting topic, really, but I didn't always know what I wanted to do. I know it's funny, there's about a million different ways that you can make money in life if you really think about it. So I just think it's a pretty interesting topic of why we choose to do what it is that we do, but I didn't always know what I wanted to do. I floated around for a good part of my younger life until I was probably about 30 years old. Graduated high school, went to university. That wasn't really a thing for me. I didn't really fit in there, and I didn't really enjoy it. So quickly, after my first year of university, I figured that wasn't for me. So what was I gonna do? So I actually started off in the restaurant industry. I started working at a really, really big restaurant when I was 17 years old. So, and it's funny, I look back now, I started doing dishes, and that really formed the basis of everything that I believe in and I've become. So I started off working in a big restaurant, just really, really busy, doing big numbers yearly, hundreds and hundreds of people coming their day. I started off working in the dish pit doing dishes, quickly upgraded, started working on the line, and I was cooking. So, that wasn't really enough for me. I always liked talking to people and wanted to make some more money. So I tried my hand at serving tables. So tried that for a little bit, kind of bounced around the country, came back and ended up in St. John, which is by far the best place I've ever lived in Canada. Love it here. And then I worked at a restaurant for about another 9 years until I was about 30. So when I was 25, I was serving tables. A nice restaurant here in St. John, actually, for those of you that already know. But I was serving tables, and I always had a great time doing that. I liked talking to people. I liked helping people. And I always had a lot of fun doing it. I thought that it was a really fun job. So just a normal day, I was out there, I was serving tables and just doing my thing, talking to people, joking around with people. And someone came up to me, actually, and they said, have you ever thought about real estate? And when you're in the service industry, everybody is always offering you a job. Always. They're always offering you a job, whether it's selling diamonds, selling cars, another restaurant. Everyone's always coming at you with all these different ideas, different sales ideas. So when this guy said selling real estate, it kind of took me back. And I thought, geez, I might want to look into that. So I ended up meeting with him, and I didn't know it at the time, but this guy was actually the president of growth and development here in St. John. For Exit. He actually lives in St. John, but he's the president of growth and operations for all of Canada. So I met with this guy. Meeting went pretty well, but I was still really young at the time, and I just wasn't right for me at the time. So I left there. I remember leaving the meeting thinking, he told me everything about real estate and how it was all commission based and you're going to run your own business and blah, 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 blah. Well, I thought that was just crazy. I had a young kid. Just for me, starting my own business when I was 25 years old, it wasn't going to happen. So I ended up going back and serving tables, and, always kept that in the back of my mind. For the next couple of years, and I always knew that serving tables was fun, but it just wasn't for me. It wasn't what I wanted to do forever. So I had an epiphany one day, and I just kind of thought to myself, you know, there's a million ways you can make money, Rob, but what are your skills? What do you want to do? So it all changed for me when I found my why, and why I wanted to work and why I wanted to make money. And for me, it's always been about helping people. So because of, you know, my industry, or my background in the service industry, I became pretty good at communicating with people and helping people. So I ended up calling Mike back. This was like 7 years after their original meeting. I searched for his email. I didn't even have it, but I found him, and I met with him, and I said I wanted to start real estate. So for those of you who know Mike, he's just the most positive, great, amazing person. He's a hero to me. So anyways, we met with him, and I had a lot of support at home. My girlfriend, she really helped me, motivated me, and provided me with a really good balance. So I decided to go back into it. I took my real estate course, and when you take your real estate course, you've just begun. There's a lot to learn. So after you take your real estate course, basically you have to choose which company you're going to work with. So there's lots of companies out there, but there's one that I really connected with, and that was Exit, of course. That's who I work with now. And the reason that I chose Exit is really simple. I've always felt like I've just belonged. From a values perspective, it's everything that I believe in. I always say if Exit sold vacuum cleaners, I would be with them, because they're all about changing people's lives. They just happen to sell real estate. It's not that they're not a real estate company. They're a life changer company who just happen to sell real estate. So chose Exit, and what I like about Exit is they really believe that in building strong, viable, successful realtors. A lot of the other companies focus on numbers, and at Exit they believe that if you focus on the individual, so if they focus on me, that the company will grow organically from within. So they have 5 pillars that they believe in, and that I believe in. But number 1 is training. So, you know, it's one thing to take a real estate course or a license and to just come out and wing it. But with Exit, when I came in, there was a really strong training program corporately and from a franchise perspective. So I had a lot of great people take me under their wing and really help me out and teach me how to go out and prospect, teach me how to talk to people, how to do open houses, teach me about the market, all those things like that. So training was number 1. Branding is the second pillar of Exit. So, from a branding perspective, Exit is the most marketed word in the world. It's a really smart name. If you think about it, when you sell your house and you leave, you don't you exit your house. You exit your house. You don't ABC Realty your house. You exit your house. So I thought that was pretty cool. And most marketed word in the world. It's lit up by law. How much would Bill Gates pay to have Microsoft lit up by law over every single door in the world? Lit up by law. They're changing all the exit signs now from red to green. So, from a marketing perspective and branding perspective, I thought it was brilliant. Third pillar is technology. So we live in a very digital world, high technology. Everybody has a smartphone or a tablet or a computer in front of them at all times. So you have to really adjust. And with Exit, they had a lot of really great ideas, whether it's mobile business cards or smart signs, social media, just a lot of great technology and training and client relationship managers, things like that. So that was good. Fourth pillar is culture. So much like a family, we all believe that there's enough business to go around for everybody. You've probably heard that real estate can be very dog eat dog, even though dogs don't actually eat dogs. I don't really know where that came from, but dogs don't eat dogs. But with here, we all have an invested interest in the company and the growth from each other. So there's a lot of sharing and joking around, and of course sometimes we don't always get along, but that's fine. We always end up getting along, I guess. But a really great community, and some special people that I'm pleasured to work with. And then the fifth pillar is financial freedom. So we do have a formula that's different than the rest of them. It's kind of what truly makes Exit special. I won't get too much into it, but basically Exit cares so much about me that they will, if I ever got out of real estate, they would continue to pay me, or if something were to ever happen to me, they would continue to pay my family. So only real estate company that I know of that does that. But it's pretty special. Since I've joined Exit, I mean, I've just gotten to do a lot of really cool things around the community. Just Sea Dogs games, hockey games, whether it's the Empty Stocking Fund, just a lot of really cool things that I never thought that I'd have the chance to do. So I'm really grateful doing those. But you know, I've gotten the pleasure of meeting the founder of Exit, I think 3 times now. I got to go to Toronto, sit down, have dinner with him, think about or talk about what he thinks about, pick his brain, talk about what his values are from a company standpoint, and just from a personal standpoint. He's very special. And then, you know, our Canadian president, Joyce Perron, and Dave Edgar. I mean, Dave's just, you've helped me out so much. You're just a pleasure. From the top to the very bottom, it's a very special company. I like working here, but you know, that's my why. That's why I work here. I like helping people, so I like to be around people who like to help people. But that's really it. I just I was sitting here, I was kind of thinking about it, and I thought, you know, it's an interesting topic, because we all do what we do for our reasons, and even if that reason is just to make money, that's still a reason. But there's a million ways to make money, guys. Like, you can just make money any way that you want. So go out there and find something that you love to do, and find out what your why is, whether it's, you know, helping people or having fun or whatever it is. Just go out and find it. But thank you very much for watching, and it'd be cool if you guys commented, or even just shot me a message about if you like the video, or even why you do what you do. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a great day, guys.